Okay, bros. We're here for your weekly NXT Fix, featuring the ever so popular Bro Ratings. Now, here's your host. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we're here for another episode of your weekly NXT Fix. So, since we just celebrated America's birthday earlier this month, it's only fitting we're rocking the Iron Sheik shirt. That's right, Iran #1, America, Huck Tui. Love this guy, classic stuff. Speaking of classic stuff, we're starting off NXT this week on fire with a classic women's match. And NXT alumni returning to NXT a few months back, Ember Moon goes up against Dakota Kai. And boy, this match was fantastic. Fantastic opening match between these two NXT veterans. Raquel Gonzalez was down at ringside. Really did not get involved that much, which was nice. In the end, it was Dakota Kai hitting the go-to kick on Ember Moon for a much-needed 1, 2, 3. Dakota Kai is your winner. And after the match, Xia Li comes out, challenges Raquel Gonzalez for the championship, and says, "You are in the way of my destiny." Raquel Gonzalez says, "Bring it on, let's go." So, solid opening match. We're going to give this one a 7.9 on the Bro Ratings. Moving on, we have Diamond Mine Open Challenge. It's accepted by Bobby Fish. Looking right at Roddy Strong. Malcolm Bivens says, "Oh, no. You get Tyler Rust later tonight." So we'll see what happens there. Then, finally, we have the vignettes we've been all waiting for since the Great American Bash. L.A. Knight. Yeah, he's waiting for his new butler to show up. Cameron Grimes comes to the house, and he said he's holding up his word, and he's going to the broom. No, it was corny, but thought it was hilarious. And L.A. Knight gets him a new haircut, shaves his beard a little bit before he's allowed to change into his uniform. So this is great stuff between Cameron Grimes, L.A. Knight. Our next in-ring contest was the aforementioned Bobby Fish versus Tyler Rust of Diamond Mine. And match was a little underwhelming. Bobby Fish, maybe still a little rusty coming off injury. And speaking of rust, Tyler Rust was not as impressive as he was a few months back when he made his debut in NXT. The match ended. Roddy Strong jumped on the ring. Distracted Bobby Fish. Tyler Rust knocked him down and hit him with a kick to the side of the head. Very quick 1, 2, 3. Not great chemistry between the two. Not so great of a match. But with that being said, after the match, Diamond Mine is looking to attack Bobby Fish, but Kushida makes the save. So that was pretty cool. They're setting up something there, obviously. With that being said, bros, we're going to give this one a 7.2 on the Bro Ratings. Moving on. Samoa Joe says, "Mr. Kross, I will be your official this evening, and I want to go over some ground rules with you. Most importantly, you must obey all my commands. Do you understand?" Kross just was continuing his workout with Scarlett there. Joe says, "Do you understand?" Kross says, "You know what, Joe? Yeah, I understand. I understand if you screw me out of this match, I am coming for you." See what happens later on this evening, bros. And next in-ring contest, we have Gigi Dolan versus Sarai. And I'll tell you what, this was another solid women's match this evening. Gigi Dolan probably this was her best outing, her best match. Gigi Dolan looked great And Sarai, I think, is absolutely fantastic. And towards the end of the match, Sarai hit Gigi Dolan with a drop kick that looked so brutal. Gigi was laid up against the rope, and Sarai just kicked her in her face. Her head almost went back, hit the ring apron, and then Sarai finished her off with a Saito suplex for the 1, 2, 3. Sarai's your winner. But the big news was towards the end of this match, Mandy Rose arrives in NXT. That's right, Mandy. Mandy Rose is there and just watching on. What is she doing? Who knows? But we will find out in the coming weeks. So with that being said, bros, Gigi Dolan versus Sarai. We're going to give this one a 7.8 on the bro ratings. Moving on, next in-ring contest immediately thereafter was Dexter Lumis versus Santos Escobar. Two of the top mid-card guys in NXT. And it was a little flat, to be honest. Dexter Lumis, he just hasn't really looked great since he returned from that injury. He had such momentum building into a ladder match last year, and then he got injured and hasn't really been the same since. Santos Escobar usually puts on phenomenal matches, but it didn't really click for me on this one. In the end, Santos Escobar hit Dexter Lumis with the Phantom Driver after another distraction from Legado del Fantasma. Santos Escobar gets the 1, 2, 3 victory over Dexter Lumis. And then Indy Hartwell carries Dexter Lumis away from the ring. So they're continuing that. And as Legado del Fantasma leave, Hit Row show up at the top of the entrance ramp. So could be a future challenge here. Swerve versus Santos Escobar. I would love to see that match. So with that being said, bros, we're going to give Dexter Lumis versus Santos Escobar a 7.4 on the bro ratings. Moving on to our 1-minute figure review. Okay, your 1-minute figure review this week will be Eva Marie. NXT TakeOver figure Eva Marie. A lot of people do not remember her time in NXT. She was quickly moved up to the main roster, but her NXT debut was June 3rd, 2015. Eva Marie did not win any championships in NXT, but she made a lasting impression with the fans, not only there, but on the main roster as well, to the point where she is now back on Monday Night Raw in 2021. So, NXT TakeOver, this series continues, Eva Marie. Now, back to me. And we're back. NXT continues this week. Wade Barrett has a little sit-down interview with Kyle O'Reilly, and Kyle says, I'm the guy that can and will finish Adam Cole. You know they're going to part 3. Cole versus O'Reilly 3. Then another vignette, L.A. Knight, with Butler Cameron Grimes. And he says, first thing you do, Grimes, you slow down and walk a couple steps behind me because you are my butler. And you will call me Mr. Knight or Sir. And then, I want you to mow this lawn. Cameron Grimes, no problem. I'm going to hop on this bush hog and knock this out in a few minutes. No. You're doing it with this old school push mower. And he goes, all right, sir. And he starts mowing the lawn. Hilarious stuff. Next in-ring contest, we have the NXT Breakout Tournament. Duke Hudson versus Ikemen Jiro. And let me just say, the prior promo for Duke Hudson is must-watch. Must-see TV on NXT this week. I believe it was just before or just after the Santos Escobar and Dexter Lumis match. Absolutely hilarious. The guy is 6'5". He's good looking. He's Australian. Formerly in NXT known as Brendan Vink, I believe. But Duke Hudson looked awesome. And this match was great between these two up-and-coming competitors. Ikemen Jiro Very flashy, high-flying, did the tarantula submission like his trainer Tajiri, but Duke Hudson was just a beast, just punching him in the mouth, hitting him with slams and power bombs and clotheslines and kicks. Great match. In the end, Duke Hudson hit the Boss Man Slam for the 1, 2, 3, advancing in the tournament, defeating Ikemen Jiro. Duke Hudson, your winner, and we're going to give this breakout tournament match a 8.1 on the Bro ratings. Moving on. Pete Dunne doesn't care who wins the championship match tonight. One-on-one, he beats either of them because he's the best technician in the world. Well, then Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa interrupt and start brawling with Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan. That should be good. Next match, we have Aliyah and Jessi Kamea versus Kayden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro. This might have been the best that Kacy and Kaden have looked together. Aliyah and Jessi Kamea also looked pretty solid, actually. But in the end, it was a combo move, neck breaker into a 450 splash combo move. Kacy Catanzaro gets the 1, 2, 3 for her team. They are your winners. And after the match, Aliyah shoves Robert Stone and just starts flipping out on him. Smacks him in the face and just beats him down. She walks away blowing kisses to NXT fans. And Frankie Monet shows up. Looks at Jessi Kamea and says, "Let's go. Follow me." They walk to the back. Robert Stone follows them too. What is going on there? Pretty solid women's tag team match. That's 3 solid women's match in this show. With that being said, we're going to give this one a 7.6 on the Bro ratings. Moving on. Samoa Joe runs down the rules to Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory just keep chanting, "Joe, Joe, Joe, Joe." Hilarious stuff. And he says, "Just remember to obey my commands." And Johnny says, "No problem. We're law-abiding citizens. No problem, Joe. Never going to have any problems from us." Joe starts about to walk away, and Pete Dunne just is standing right behind him, and they have that stare down again. So something's brewing between Pete Dunne and Samoa Joe as well. Next vignette. L.A. Knight, that's right, L.A. Knight, wants to know why Cameron Grimes is just sitting by the pool and there's a kid now mowing the lawn. He goes, "Oh, well, that's Noah. Hey, Noah, thanks a lot. How much do I owe you?" "Oh, here, take $500. "The lawn's all finished, Mr. Grimes." L.A. Knight flips out and says, "Get out of here. Get this kid out of here. We're not paying you nothing. Get out of here." Turns around, and Cameron Grimes accidentally knocks him into the pool. Helps him out, and he says, "May I get you a towel, sir?" Hilarious stuff between those two. Next in-ring segment was an in-ring interview, actually, with none other than Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole, baby, calls out Kyle O'Reilly. Then he calls out Samoa Joe. And he says, "Joe, you are nothing more than an overpaid security guard in a suit." Then he gets interrupted by Bronson Reed. Colossal Bronson Reed comes out and he says, "You know what? Even though I lost my championship, I'm ready to take the next step to the next level. And if I have to go through you, Adam Cole, be more than happy to." Well, an altercation breaks out until Samoa Joe comes out. Adam Cole walks away, and Joe is there ready for the championship match. He's decked out in the referee gear. So clearly we're going to see a match between Adam Cole and Bronson Reed. Personally, not a fan of this being an in-ring segment. Could have easily done this backstage. But with that being said, we're going to give this one a 7.0 on the Bro ratings. Moving on, Frankie Monet is shown walking around backstage, followed by Jessi Kamea and Robert Stone. Well, they run into Mandy Rose. That's right, Mandy. And Mandy Rose says, "Well, Robert Stone, looks like your brand is under new management." Who knows where this is all going, but I am very curious to see this storyline progress. And now we have your main event of the evening for the NXT Championship. Your champion, Karrion Kross, versus your challenger, Johnny Gargano. And bros, this match was fantastic. Your special guest referee, Samoa Joe. Gargano makes Kross look even better, if that was even possible during this match, just like he does for all of his opponents. Gargano hit a lot of his signature moves. Kross hit a lot of his signature moves as well. In the end, time's up. Forearm to the back of the head. Kross knocks Gargano out. I believe he hit that move for the second time. 1, 2, 3. Karrion Kross, your winner, and still NXT champion. But what happened after the match was Karrion Kross provoked Joe. Karrion Kross said something to Joe. Joe got in Kross's face, and Kross put on the Kross jacket. Night, 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 Joe. And he puts Joe to sleep to close out the show. What a great main event. What a great ending to NXT. Well done at the end of this show. Bravo, NXT. We're going to give this main event Kross versus Gargano with Joe, the special guest referee, an 8.8 on the Bro rating. So that was your match of the night. Kross versus Gargano. We had 8 matches or in-ring segments. Way too many. Far overproduced. Giving us an average of 7.73. A lot down from last week's Great American Bash, but still pretty solid show overall with the amazing main event. So now, it's prediction time! NXT is still going strong through the summer. And we know there's a takeover coming soon. So, your predictions for next week. We have Diamond Mine. That's right, Roderick Strong, Tyler Rust will defeat Kushida and Bobby Fish. And for the NXT Women's Championship, your winner, and still NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez will defeat Xia Li. So with that being said, bros, I'm just going to have to put a sock in it. Until next time, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. And if anybody out there can put me in touch with whoever can help this channel, someone in the comments keeps mentioning one person's name, put me in touch with them. I'll gladly get some help. Until next time, later, bros.